So let's wait for other people to join. I made a YouTube video channel because you can't upload to Microsoft Stream.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. So I'm just gonna leave that up there. And if nobody shows up to my sessions, I guess I'll just record it and put it on there. But
Yeah, I mean, it'll work out.
do you got any questions about what you want to do? What?
Not really. I mean, I joined like 30 minutes late, but it seemed simple enough.
L'Hopital's rule?
Yep.
It's very, very, very simple. Well, okay. Let me change that. It's simple until the derivative's hard.
Well, I mean, that's not L'Hopital's fault.
Yeah, so it's you can get lucky or you can get unlucky. I don't know how Pearson's going to do.
Yeah.
So, you got any questions about anything, or do you want me to go over what I was planning to go over?
Go over what you're planning on. Is there much background noise that you can hear from me?
Not really.
Yo.
Let's go. Who's in here? What's up, Andy?
Hey.
Everything working on your end?
Yeah.
So, how'd you like the Oh, let me actually go back over here. How'd you like the L'Hopital's rule that I taught you 2 weeks ago?
Oh, it helped me finish a lot faster.
Yeah.
Especially since the last homework is 33 questions of 3 to 8 parters.
And L'Hopital's rule helped you?
Yeah, with the ones that at least had you mean like top and bottom? Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad that works. Oh, stupid tablet. Yeah, Andy, I'm working on a really bad tablet, so
Android?
have to. No, it's a Windows tablet, but it's an
that's
RCA. It
even
cost me
worse.
$80. Yeah. Well, it came with Microsoft Office and everything included, and I needed to use OneNote and all that.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to spend too much money, and it was returned, and I could buy it for $80. So, but I'm going to solve this top one and this other one. Actually, this is topical now. We can use the L'Hopital's rule. Thank God.
Like those sine over cosine stuff that we're trying to figure out without it.
Oh, dude, that was terrible. I'm gonna use that same exact worksheet next week. What are you doing, computer?
I'm glad she actually did class. I was afraid she was just gonna do a self-study thing.
Yeah, I thought she was just gonna I have one of my professors just upload stuff, and like you're supposed to study, so I'm gonna be learning from homework. Let's see, x to the 1/3 minus 1. I guess I should have got a better stylus, but the pens are like $100, and that's more than the tablet. And I was like, no. Y'all know how to solve it from here, like with L'Hopital's rule?
Start taking derivatives.
Yep, derivative of the top and the bottom.
Does it not work if I just do plug in 1?
No, it'll be 1 minus 1. There's a cube root of 1.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. 1 to the anything becomes 1.
Yep. Come on. Yeah, I got a really bad tablet.
You get Huion. Those are really good and cheap.
A what?
Huion.
I have to look into that.
And, yeah.
See, I got a dead part of the screen right here. Oh, that's a 2. And that'll equal 1/3 over 1/2, which equals 1/3 times 2, which equals 2/3. Yeah, I'm still practicing on this too. I didn't realize I have to slow down. So if you change the radicals to the exponent, where they look, that's 1/3 and 1/2. You take the derivative and you get 1/3 x and 1/2 x. Then you plug in 1, you get that, and you simplify. You remember how to solve this one right here? To find all number A where f of x is continuous?
Oh, let's see. If checking if it's continuous or not.
What? Yeah, making sure it's continuous.
Oh, okay.
Y'all should see the little wimpy charger they gave me for this tablet. So Andy, you being forced to move out?
Actually, I moved out before they even said it. I didn't take all my stuff, but I was already expecting.
I am finding out tonight whether or not I have to move out by noon tomorrow morning.
I have till the 23rd to move out, or I have to do it the 23rd.
A lot of people have the 23rd, but I have tomorrow morning if they don't accept my staying application.
Oh.
Do y'all know
So
how to
you're
solve
trying
this
to
though?
stay?
I'm trying to stay yes, because I don't want to go home.
I don't understand how to do that one that you just put.
Heck has kicked out basically everyone.
Of the room?
Yeah. A friend of mine is frustrated because he got told he had to actually get his stuff out in like the next couple days, and he has a trip to Florida planned to visit relatives.
Ooh. Oh, fun fact, the first Kennesaw State student, I think, is in the hospital for possible coronavirus.
Ah.
She was on the Kennesaw campus, so hopefully it stayed over there.
They don't count.
Yeah. But for this one right here, you want to find where it's continuous. So you want to know at what value, at what point x will these be continuous. So you got to set these equal to each other and solve. So
For
it will
x?
be, yeah. You got to solve for x, and you'll find a. Because both of those have to exist, so it'll be. You know what's cool about y'all going online?
Mm.
Y'all can use calculators now.
I don't. Yeah. We
I
still
can
can't.
no one even look at me funny.
Wait, what happened?
We
I
still
said
can't.
Still can't what?
We still can't use calculators since the tests and quizzes use the cameras.
Oh, y'all have
Oh,
to use the
do they?
Respondus browser?
Yeah.
I didn't listen to that. That's dumb. If you want me to be honest, during that whole session, I was sitting in there, but I just kept looking at the screen. I didn't want to listen because I'd already been through sessions today.
I played Call of Duty the whole time.
That's fair. And to solve, is Warzone really that good? And to solve for X, you got to set it
I'm
equal to 0,
enjoying it.
and you got to use
Can we
quadratic.
just factor that out?
You cannot.
No.
No. If that was minus 2X, you could.
Mm.
So it's 1 I don't feel like writing it all out on here.
Oh, plus or minus the quadratic.
Yep. So that's the warm up I had planned. Anyways, y'all remember what the first derivative test is? I think you went over this last night, Devin.
Was that?
You went over the first derivative and second derivative test last night.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, tomorrow I am doing a 3-hour session from 4 to 7. So pop in any time.
All right.
And you can like bring homework questions because I know it's been a while and y'all pushed it off to the last second.
Oh yeah. I didn't even look at it.
So from 4 to 7 tomorrow.
Sounds good.
I was allowed to get 17 or 18 hours this week, so I'm going to get all 18 hours.
All right. Paid at the same rate?
Same pay.
Very nice.
All right. So we
So
are
the
gonna
practice-
find. Or do what, Andy?
Does that have? Is that continuous?
Oh, yes. When if x is either equal or
To 1 plus or minus. Okay.
a is equal to that, either one of those, then it will be continuous.
Okay.
Um, if I had a better tablet, I feel like I love OneNote.
The Microsoft Go is like $199.
They dropped it again.
Or I guess that was Black Friday. I don't know if they dropped it again. $399.
It doesn't come with the keyboard nor the Surface Touch or Pen.
Oh,
So it's the same price as getting a Surface Pro 7.
They're up to the 7 now?
Yeah, it's about to be 8.
I had a 3, and it still works.
Yeah, no, but those are all expensive on like eBay or whatever.
That's true.
I was gonna get a Surface, but those are way too expensive.
Yeah, I already got an expensive laptop. I wish I would have went ahead and got the Surface instead of this laptop because the Surface Pro can run SolidWorks. But then I couldn't play video games, so.
Focus on your studies.
Yeah. You think.
Every college student wants to do all the time.
Oh, dude, like, our work ethic is going to get so bad.
Already.
Why is it doing that?
That's the shortcut for doing a copyright sign.
Okay.
You're just gonna have to like just do C/ or something. Yeah, like that.
All right, this is what we're finding
Shoot, I forgot.
with all this. Y'all remember what all these 3 things are?
Inflection points, isn't that the double derivative points equal 0?
Yes, and what does that mean?
When the I don't remember. Isn't it when it's accelerating or decelerating at 0 or something? Stops?
No, that's when the concavity of the main graph changes.
Don't remember.
Where's my stylus? I'll draw a graph better with a stylus. Oh, I don't know where I put the stylus. I got mad at it. Okay, well, say if you You have a graph. I'm going to use x cubed. So at this point, right here at the origin, it's changing from concave down to concave up at that point exactly. That's what an inflection point means.
Hmm.
See
Is
how?
the concave also based off the double derivative?
Yes. See how it's concave down right here?
Oh yeah, and I remember like the arcs pointing.
Yep. And now it's concave up in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how the highlight feature works in here with my finger, but okay. But that's the difference, is it's concave up and concave down. I have rarely ever drawn a graph where I shaded the never mind. I don't even understand what I'm talking about yet. So anyways, so the first problem will probably be faster for I'm going to start copying the pictures into here and have them set up for sessions so I don't have to write it out. Either that or just... Andy, I got a question.
Yo.
Would you rather me work out the problems on here as slow as I do now because of the tablet? Or would you rather me work it out on a sheet of paper and scroll through it?
Like show me the final answer only type of thing.
No. I'll have all the work on a sheet of paper and I'll just scroll down step by step and talk about it. But you won't be able to see me actually work it out in the thought process.
Oh.
I'll just be explaining it.
Fine.
Since the tablet doesn't really want to work, I can do that and scan it in and then just scroll through a PDF the whole time.
Yeah, that's fine.
That works for you? Devin, that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start that next week. The only thing is the homework help. I may need this.
Hmm.
Or if I can get like a webcam and like set it up to where it stares down at the desk.
Yeah.
I'd have to see how that works. There's the stylus. Okay. So we're going to find these three things for the following problem. Yep, just marking. I have to write big on here too, and this doesn't even matter right here, but okay. So the first step to finding those three things. What is the first step?
The derivative?
Yep, there you go. I always guess the derivative for the first step. Devin, you playing Call of Duty?
Kinda. I'm in the game, but not actually playing.
Okay. I figured you were doing that during the online session since it was so easy.
Oh. Nah.
Is the when f is increasing or decreasing, is that when the derivative is greater than 0 or less than 0?
Yeah, that's how you determine it. When the derivative is greater than 0, f is increasing.
Hmm.
So now to find where this is equal to 0, you got to factor out of 3 and then simplify. Oh, I hate this tablet.
So -1 and 3.
Yeah. Ooh, I can choose
Yeah,
fancy colors.
I plug that back into the derivative or into the main equation to find if it's increasing.
Neither, because if you plug it into the derivative, you're going to get 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you plug it into the main equation, you're just going to get at that point, the critical point. That's a critical point, remember? When the derivative equals 0.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're just going to find the value of the critical point. So what you do,
One less than.
or not necessarily any number less than, so you do a number line. Let's try to get that more straight. Let's see if I can do it with the stylus. Nope.
Thank you.
Okay, you're going to have to do that. -1, 3. So if you plug in a number less than -1 to the derivative, if you had effect, so you got 3, that's positive, doesn't matter. You got -1, or you got 1, a number that you got -2, so you got 4 plus 4 minus 3, so that's positive. Right here. If you plug in 0 right here, you get 3 times -3, you get negative. And if you plug in a number greater than 3, so if you plug in 4, you're going to get 16 minus 8 minus 3, which is still positive, so you're going to get positive over here. So you can conclude that, I want to type this out. I'm just going to do negative infinity to -1. I don't know the short key for infinity. And then does this ring a bell, Andy?
Hmm?
Does this ring a bell right here?
Yeah. That was in the homework. It's way too much.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot more homework. I'm getting a lot of homework myself. But since it's positive on both these points, it's increasing. Since it's negative, it's decreasing. And now we can take the second derivative to find. Oh, it wants us to find the local max and min values. Well, to find the local max and mins, what you have to do is you plug in -1 and 3 to find those points, because those are local extrema.
Okay.
So, go to the original. If you plug in -1, you get -1 minus 3, which is -4, plus 9, which is 5, plus 4. Plus 4, hang on. I'm going to start using my calculator because calculators are nice. And whenever it changes from positive to negative, that means you have a local max. Whenever it changes from negative to positive, you have a local min. If you plug in -1 to the original equation, you get -1 plus 3. What's the original equation? -1 plus 3, or no, minus 3. Plus 9 plus 4. You get 9. You get a -1, 9. This is the smallest keyboard I've ever had. If you plug in 3, you get like 3 times 3 times 3 minus 3 times 3 times 3 minus 27.
27 minus
Plus
27. That's about.
So this would be negative 23. I'm typing it into the calculator because I'm lazy.
Wouldn't it be 27?
No, because these if you plug in a 3 here, that's basically 3 cubed minus 3 cubed. So those will drop. And if you plug in a 3 here, you get negative 27. Then you add 4. I don't think you saw the 4.
I didn't see the add 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Negative 27. I mean, you said negative 20.
Negative 23.
23?
Yeah, I'm just going to start working these out and scrolling through them. And I'll have the tablet here in case like I need to work something out as an emergency. And now to find the concavity, we do the second derivative. Yay! Can y'all see where I write sometimes and it doesn't show up? I can see. Let's see, 6x minus 6. Okay. Yeah. If you set it equal to 0, so you go over here, draw your number line. So you go over here and you plug in a number less than 1 into the equation, and you get a 6 times 0 minus 6. That would be negative. You plug in a number greater than 1, it's always going to be positive. So therefore, we can conclude that. I'll write it over here. X is concave down. F. And from that, I'd love to go to like Desmos or something and show y'all what I'm looking at. Oh, I've done a lot more on this page than I did yesterday. We can conclude that it's concave down. Come on, tablet. I had a phone from 2012 that was faster than this thing. It's concave down whenever the second derivative is negative, and it's concave up whenever it looks like that, or when it's greater than 1. So we can now sketch a graph with all this information.
Do we have to find all of this stuff when we're sketching, when we ask to graph?
Yes, you need all the information actually to sketch a graph. You don't get the exact values, but the local min and max will tell you like the points at when it switches. Like you can put it at that point and then it'll switch. So it's increasing from 0 to negative 1, and it's got a critical point at 1, negative 9, or negative 1, 9. So.
But why would concavity be important if we could see that it's going down or up?
Because that's the point where you know where to like kind of start switching up from down. So you watch. It goes up and up. Hang on, I'll do it in a different color. I'll do it in rainbow color to make us be psychedelic. Goes up to here. Yeah, okay. And then, like, that's a critical point, and then it goes down. Oh, God, that's terrible. What happened? What happened? Okay. It goes up to the max at 1, and that is at -1.9. I'll write that in later. And you got here, you got 1. That's imagine that's fair. And over here you have 3. So, and right here is the point when it kind of starts swapping down. And here you have at 3 you have a min, and from then on out it's increasing. That's the general shape. And right here is -1.9. So that's how you know what the max is. Right here is that's the midpoint. So you know the general shape of the graph, if that helps at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the point of finding all this. You didn't have to find all this with the question. I just did it anyways.
Okay. I'd be really upset if the for the test they're gonna do trig identities to find the graph.
Trig identities?
Yeah, if they ever ask that, that's gonna be really bad for me.
They shouldn't have any trig identities unless they really want to make it hard. Because when you take a derivative, you'd have to notice it. But even then, if you can set something equal to 0, and it shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, yeah.
You can always simplify when you set it equal to 0. Okay, there's another one that I can do. I haven't done this myself, so kind of telling on myself. So in this one, we got f of x equals sine x plus cosine x. From 0 That's the first I'll be drawing pi on here. Not too bad. So they want it on that interval right there. So you have endpoints right here, actually. So you can tell if there's any absolute min or max. So the first step, as we know, is always the derivative. And now we got to set it equal to 0. And when we do that, we end up with the interval between 0 and 2 pounds, so 1 full round across around the unit circle. When does cosine x equal sine x?
Oh, Um, 2 over root 2, 2 over root 2, or root 2 over 2. So pi over 4,
There's one more.
3 pi over 4.
Nope. Because then you have a negative root 2 over 2 and then a positive root 2 over 2.
Oh yeah. So, 7.
Nope. 5, because that's in the third quadrant. So,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
because it's hard. Okay, you see now. How do I need to draw it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, x equals positive, negative, pi over 4. Oh, come on. And so, going to our number line. Devin, you doing good over there?
Yeah. Just follow
Okay.
along.
It's not too hard yet. So you go back to the trig's what makes it difficult. Go back to this equation right here. No. Right here. When you plug in, what's the number between pi over 4 and negative pi over 4?
0.
0.
There you go. So cosine of 0 is 1 minus sine of 0, which is 0. So it's positive. What's the number less than pi over 4? That'll be easy to work with.
Pi over 2. No, pi over 8.
Less than negative pi over 4.
Less than negative pi over 4.
Uh-huh.
Negative pi over 2.
There you go. Okay, so negative pi over 2 is 0 for cosine x minus sine of negative pi over 2. Sine of negative pi over 2 is negative 1. So that's, what is that, positive? No. Let's do negative pi. Cosine of negative pi is negative 1. Sine of negative pi is 0. Oh, we can't do that.
It goes out the boundaries.
Yep. Right here.
Actually, the whole thing goes out the boundaries since it's, the negative pi over 4 goes out, so we could erase that then.
So it's from 0. So we already know between 0 and pi over 4 is positive. And when you plug in pi to the derivative, you get 1 minus 0. Or negative 1 minus 0, so it's negative. Let me highlight that. So from this, we can conclude, I don't feel like writing it out. Oh, did I type O instead of 0? Whoops. On this thing is so small. It's smaller than the actual letter keys. This is probably more boring than her class.
Wouldn't say that.
Okay, and if you plug in 0, you have 1. And if you... This is wrong. This is wrong. Sure you noticed that, but didn't want to say anything.
No, I didn't notice.
Uh,
I just like when people that aren't me make mistakes.
And if you go back to the original equation, sine x plus cosine x plus sine of pi over 2 plus cosine of pi over 2 equals square root of 2 over 2 plus square root of 2 over 2, which equals 2 square root of 2 over 2, so it equals square root of 2. That's 2 to the 0.5 is square root of 2. All right, so that's what we got. That's part A and B of the original questions. This is so cringe. I can imagine how cringy this is for y'all.
You don't own like an iPad or any of those?
No, I don't do tablets, as you can tell. So now we need to find the concavity in the other 2 points. So the second derivative would be negative cosine x minus, or negative sine x minus cosine x. Come on. Every time I start writing over the right, it tells me to stop.
So let me I guess confirm again. It's like sine and cos, like question formula. Instead of them equal to 0, you put them equal to each other.
No. When you put them equal to 0, see, like, it's when you set that equal to 0, you'll move sine to the other side, and they will equal each other. I just skipped a step because I'm writing so slow, and I know I'm boring y'all. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when you set them, that's just skipping a step. So I'm gonna, like, this will be negative.
Sine x equals cosine x.
Yep.
Why do you have to move the one? Can they never equal 0 if they're in the same side?
Or this how you find out when they equal 0.
Oh.
Because you do negative sine x minus cosine x equals 0, you had to figure that out. But I think it's easier to figure out when negative sine x equals cosine x. When the interval between 0 and 2 pi. And the only point when that happens is when, so you want a negative pi over 2 to equal, or you want them to be opposite. Oh, crap.
I realized that I did my chemistry lab wrong.
This is wrong right here, actually, now that I think about it. This is supposed to be negative pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4.
Plus pi over 4?
Yeah, that's supposed to be 0, negative pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, and then 2 pi. I'll do it better down here because it's not positive or negative. It's pi over 4 and negative pi and 5 pi over 4. I'll show you down here. So when the negative, so you want these to equal each other, but you want one to be the opposite sign. So you want it in the second and fourth quadrant. So it'll be 3 pi over 4. It'll be those. And the other one, it would be pi over 4 and Be pi over 4 and
3 pi over 4.
5 pi.
Oh, 5 pi, yeah.
Yeah, I can't write on this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So over here, because it's easy between 0 and 2 pi, you go over here, draw the fancy number line with this fancy. What happened? Because with trig functions, you gotta bound it, or else you'll keep getting the same values.
Okay.
That's why you have to do it like this. And so you plug these in to the second derivative. So you got negative. Plug in a number between 0 and 3 pi over 4. If I were you, I'd just do pi over 2. So with pi over 2, you have negative 1 minus 0, so it's negative. Between 3 pi over 4, wait, no. Between 3 pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4, I would just plug in pi since it's easy to calculate. So you have 0 minus negative 1, so that's positive. And between 5 pi over 4 and 2 pi, I would plug in 3 pi over 2? Yeah. If you do 3 pi over 2, you have negative 1 times negative 1 minus 0, so it's This is supposed to be 7, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So you got to plug in something that's greater than 7 pi over 4. Can't really calculate anything. Okay, something 11 pi over 6. You plug in 11 pi over 6, you get a negative 1/2 minus square root of 3 over 2, which will still be minus. This is minus. So from this, I'm not going to draw this graph because it would just take too long.
You said this is a Windows tablet?
Yeah.
Is it like with keyboard and everything, or is it just
came
a
with a
screen and
keyboard.
a pencil?
It came with a keyboard, and I bought a stylus. So I was like, if it comes with a keyboard, it should work really well. Oh my goodness, it's typing. It does it. I don't even know how it does
What's
this.
it called?
It's an RCA tablet. That's all I know. I just looked it up on Amazon. Do y'all think
Figure it out.
Collaborate
Hmm?
is Collaborate or Microsoft Teams better in y'all's opinion?
I haven't used either.
Use Collaborate for the
I
class.
like.
Oh, is that what we use for the class?
Yeah,
I prefer
Probably that.
Collaborate.
I think
I'm
it
sorry.
works smoother.
Yeah.
I like Teams that I could just open it up since it's an app and click on it.
Yeah, it does work. Like that's neat and all. So, all right, we got 11 minutes left, and it will take me forever just to write out another problem. So, do y'all have any questions about all this?
No, I think I get it. Just the whole getting out of school for some reason, like, made me feel like I haven't done this in a long time.
Ruined your mojo?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it took me forever to build any up, and now it's completely dead.
4-day weekend.
Well, I
Yeah.
had to finish math, but still.
All right.
Um,
I gotta help someone with their interview.
All right,
So
you
I'll
do
talk to you
that.
later.
See you, dude.
See you.
hey, Lance.
What's up?
So they sent an email about getting the refunds,
Yeah,
and that's in AliExpress.
it'll go through to AliExpress, and then it should disperse. Like, did you get any federal aid disbursement?
Um, I took up a loan in Pell Grant.
Like, did you get any like money back?
I don't think so. Like,
Okay,
oh, you mean like tax returns?
no. Like at the beginning of the semester, like on the 17th of January, do they disperse money into your account, like bank account,
Uh, no.
or did you owe the school money?
No.
So you didn't get anything. What am I thinking?
Anything back?
Yeah, from the school, not from tax returns.
No, I didn't get anything back.
Okay. Do you have it set up to where, like the bank mobile thing, they make you set that up for your,
Returns? Yeah.
as long as it's set up to go to your bank account on March 27th, it is supposed to come to your bank account. Or
Okay.
it's supposed to be dispersed to AliExpress, and the next day it goes through Bank Mobile.
Does Bank Mobile automatically save my account? I did a refund once last semester when they did refund me some money,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
set
there's,
that up. Does the bank account stay there?
did you use the Bank Mobile bank account, or did you have it go towards your personal bank?
I set up Bank Mobile to my personal account.
Okay. So the next day they'll disperse it to Bank Mobile, and the Bank Mobile, depending on the relationship they have with your bank, it could take 2 to 5 business days to get to your account.
Yeah. Mhm.
And since it's over the weekend, you probably won't see the money until April. And that's spring break, anyways.
Are they gonna refund me like all of it or a specified amount?
Um, I'm gonna go ahead and stop screen sharing. We can go check my emails if you want. I'm gonna stop recording too.
Oh, you're recording this whole.
Yeah, I made a YouTube channel.
Oh,